Sam here from Asking Alexandria. It's Goose, Kelly, Thick Rick. Final day of Sonic Temple, sitting backstage, and quite an honor because this is the first interview with an accent we've had for Sonic Temple.
With an accent?
Yeah.
All right, I better kind of dilute it a little bit then for you.
No, please don't.
No, it's
please
great.
don't.
I
Yeah.
wish I had
No,
it.
you say that, but when people think of like British people, they all immediately go to like London and like the nice British. I'm from Yorkshire. I'm from like
Where's
country.
the really thick one? Southampton or
No,
something?
Well, it
Liverpool.
depends. For as
Liverpool?
small as the country is, you could drive 30 minutes, and I don't even understand. I go to Newcastle from where I live, and I don't understand them. It's like it's not even 2 hours away. It's like
What are you saying, man?
a tiny little island, and we're all just confused and don't know what each other is saying. You got the
Just all
Scouse,
confused.
Geordies, Yorkshire, all of it.
Well,
It's
we don't know
crazy.
the difference, so you sound elegant. to
Yes,
us,
exactly.
okay?
They're all
Right.
back home. They're all like, look at him trying to sound elegant.
Speaking of going back, let's go back to the beginning because it's not often you hear band starts in Dubai. Like,
Right.
that's kind of interesting.
So that is an interesting one. I will say that the band technically started in Dubai with Ben when he was a teenager, but then he moved to England. And the only thing that remained really was the name. He just kept the name and
Okay.
pretty much started a new band, but under the same name. And we were just like, fuck.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
no problem.
Okay, cool. I was like, elegance.
Yeah, not so elegant there.
You
but okay.
ruined it.
No, we were like, we'll think about the name later, and then when you first hear Asking Alexandria, it's a bit of a mouthful. It's not like the most catchy name, so we were just like, we'll get to that later. And before we knew it, we kind of
Things were happening.
things
and
were
then-
happening,
Right.
and the name was like, all right, cool, let's just keep it, and we did. Honestly, that's the truth. It started. The name was born in Dubai with Ben, but he came over to England, and then he grabbed me, Danny, James, and Cam.
Okay.
And started the whole thing in the UK, but yeah.
All right. Well, we've been sitting here, and we know there's a story coming. So let's just dive right in.
Story.
Thick.
Well, I don't know about a story. Okay, first I want to ask, when did you write the song Antisocialist?
Dude, that is weird. It was a weird one because right before the world decided to
Right.
just shut down, we had done the video and everything, and it was just like a few songs on that record like are very much like that. Like we're playing a new set tonight, today, and in it, it's not Antisocialist, but we're playing. We call it Panic because that's just a way easier title than the one we've got on the record, which is they don't want what we want and they don't care. But
Okay.
but
Yeah.
But what it is it's kind of similar to Antisocialist. It's a bit of a foreshadow. I don't know. It was weird. Like Danny wrote these songs, and at the time when he wrote them, we were like, all right, this is a bit. He'll even say it like it's a bit tinfoil hat-ish. This is a bit weird. And
Right.
we released it, did the video, and then we had tour booked. We had we were taking Fallen in Reverse out. We had Wage War, and it was pretty much sold out, and the world just shut down. It was off. It was off like House on Fire,
Yeah.
So,
Well,
bit
okay,
strange.
so that was the thing.
Yeah.
To me, that was the greatest song of 2020.
Oh shit. Nice.
And
Nice, thank you.
when it came out, I'm like, they couldn't have wrote this about the pandemic. They had to write this before the pandemic started.
We
but
did,
it is
yeah.
the most perfect song ever for the pandemic.
In
and
hindsight, but at the time,
Yeah.
I think everyone was so wrapped up in everything that no one was like thinking about that or anything. They were just, well, you did, so hell yeah.
Dude, that
That's awesome.
song got me through the pandemic.
Oh man,
It
that's
was
awesome.
my mental health song. Anytime there was
Dude, that's
that
awesome.
moment where you just, oh God, I'm so fed up with this and this and this, which was all a result of the pandemic, I could put that
True.
song on and feel great.
Seriously.
Dude, and you guys have escaped me since it came out. I haven't seen you, so I cannot wait to see you do that song today.
Nice,
I am
nice,
going to
nice.
hear you do that song today.
Antisocialist?
Yes.
No.
No.
Antisocialist,
Oh,
but
he
we'll do
said-
Panic. We're going to do Panic.
Oh, I didn't know you weren't doing
No,
this
we're not doing that one. But you know what? I might speak to Danny. We'll see. But I think we are going to do Panic, which we've never done prior to that.
it's
but
okay.
of the same- honestly though, he does talk about it on this tour. He's been talking about Panic. Antisocialist was the first one where it clicked.
Right.
But it's not the only song on the record that it has that kind of.
No, it's not. It was just the one that hooked me and
Oh,
got
man.
and through that year I was like,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
better song.
It was
than
definitely the first one where we kind of clicked and we were like, oh shit.
So basically, what you're saying is you guys are kind of like the Family Guy of rock bands because you put out
the
stuff
The
before it
Simpsons.
happens.
that. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the Simpsons. Yeah, the
Right.
Simpsons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
I
thank
hope not. Well, we better start writing some happier songs. Then.
but thank you for that song. man.
no,
It got me through a lot.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank
Hey,
you.
when you guys are off the road, what are you doing? Like in terms of entertainment, are you listening to new music? Are you watching TV? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, personally, we all like different things and stuff. When I'm not on the road, first of all, most of us, we're all dads. So
Oh, you're all dads.
I've got
okay.
2 kids,
Yeah.
so
That's what
you
you're
know,
doing.
all my activities they revolve around.
Yep.
Well, not anymore. It used to be Coco Melon, but you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That
Not
kind of
Coco
thing.
Melon.
But you know, we all like different things. Like I'm always listening to new music and stuff, and I was excited to finally catch The Plotting You today. I just watched them before running over here. Massive fan of that band.
that's
this
great.
is the first time I was able to see them live today. So just like you said, like
Yeah.
they've been missing me, and that's why I like festivals so much. Is because there's so many bands that you wouldn't necessarily cross paths with,
Yeah.
but you're just like you're doing the same thing, and you know you've got your schedules, but then a day like today will come, and you'll be able to just pull yourself out your bunk and go see some music that you don't normally get to see.
So all being dads, I can't wait to hear Asking Alexandria's version of Baby Shark up on stage
Yeah,
during
right.
Sonic Temple. That's gonna
Danny
be
might
a
have some.
killer
He
version.
might have a cool way, like you know, turn it into ours.
When you go around and watch bands, you're right in there in the crowd?
Well, you start off by just going side stage, and that's great
Yeah.
and everything, but
It's not the same.
it's not all. I'm all right. Those are some nice symbols.
Right.
Those are some
Right.
nice symbols.
Yeah.
But I was rich, and we were side stage. Let's go down the front. And I love it when the crowd is parked in the middle for that reason, because
Yeah.
you can just go straight down to front of house. Front of house is where you want to see it.
Okay.
That's- the
Yeah,
whole
because
show
So
is
I'm not going to
designed
find
around
you
that.
in a mosh pit.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but also you're standing side. The sound is different. The whole song sounds different. Everything
Yeah,
sounds different
absolutely.
from sound stage. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
mixed properly. You know,
No,
you're
no,
getting
no,
more
no.
drum than
especially when
anything
everyone's
else.
got in ears.
Yeah.
You know, I want to hear Landon, and they were so good. I watched a little bit side stage just to kind of hear the drums and stuff, but I went out front. That band is
Nice.
Awesome.
And so you mentioned earlier, you guys are on tour now. This is basically a stop while you guys are out on the
yeah.
road.
We only have like technically one more day of tour left with
Oh,
2
okay.
festivals, and this is one of the festivals. So we've been out. It was a short run. We were out for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
With Ashes to New, Royal Inn, and What Lies Below. You know. It
All
was
right.
good. Yeah, they're all boys.
I've asked this question a couple times. Every so often on the morning show on Monday, we'll do this little thing called Mount Rushmore Monday, and we'll pick a category, and we pick our 4 favorites.
Oh,
So you guys have been doing this a while. So as you go visit and see new bands, who's on the Mount Rushmore
Mount
for
Rushmore-
rock music for
wow,
you? As you go and listen to music
Oh,
and
man.
play and
Put me on blast right now.
yeah.
Oh god, I don't even have time to think about it. For me personally, from what I've done, like, I mean, Muse was incredible. I went and saw Muse.
Muse,
there.
all right.
Yeah,
Yep.
That was
absolutely.
that was an experience, and I wouldn't say. Avenged Sevenfold was epic.
Yeah, yeah.
We Slipknot, you know.
Okay.
It was really awesome, epic to see Motorhead too, and we did Mayhem. See, Mayhem for me. I think if we could do tours for Mount Rushmore, I think Mayhem for me would be it, because we had Slayer, Motorhead, Anthrax, Slipknot, like
That's
we got to see it,
awesome.
you know what I mean? Like all summer, it was like I think the tour for me would have been Mayhem, because we did it twice, and then the next time we did it was like Avenged Sevenfold, you know, and it was just.
That's great.
You know, epic. But I grew up with those.
I love that they provide for the performers here, because there's nothing better when they're making smoothies when you're trying to do an interview.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that came through
Honestly,
the microphone, but
I
that,
heard
that
it.
blender was
for a second,
loud.
I thought that was just the golf cart. That thing was flying earlier. I was, on the way here, I had a beer, and I was like, well, I have to drink this before I
We
get.
get in.
Because I'm either going to wear it or I'm going to drink it. 'cause
They're
they were
drag racing
flying.
golf
I
carts
thought
out
that's what it
there.
was.
and they got industrial powered blenders.
And they
over
put it
there
right
with the
there,
drinks. They
too,
did,
right?
yeah, right there. Absolutely. As people are driving in, obviously this is going to air later, but
Yeah.
for the people that are going to miss out, what are they missing out on? What's going to happen today on stage? How hard you guys going?
How hard? We decided to change it last night.
Oh,
so
wow.
we've
Okay.
completely changed our set around. We're playing some songs we've never played before.
What's
They-
the decision behind that? You're sitting around talking, you're like, it'd be kind of cool to change things
honestly,
up. Or-
well, this tour we've put some new ones in, and they've just been going down so crazy well. Like we thought, all right, what if we did it here? And everyone was just kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So it's not rehearsed. We'll see how it goes, but sometimes that's how you catch lightning. So you know,
Yeah,
we're just gonna
absolutely.
give it some. But that's the beauty of doing a festival at the end of a tour, is we've kind of oiled and ready and good to go. So we've been kind of testing these songs out a little bit. And
Do you guys look at it almost like storytelling? Are there ebbs and flows to the set? And
building a set is like so much more than just picking songs and playing them.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
You've got to think of the flow, because especially when you've been doing it as long as we have, like we've got a lot of different we've got so many different styles of music in one as well. For one, like we're a melting pot, so we've got the heavy stuff, the really fast stuff, the high energy stuff. We've also got the ballads and the things that the songs that people want to sing along to. So finding that like flow of energy and like you only really know, you can think that you've done it well and then you take it on the road, but the crowd decides. So in a week you might go, all right, well we thought this was gonna be really good, but if we just go switch those two around and then it's just like magic. But that's those. The people at the show decide.
Is there also a consideration for your energy level and like, okay, I need a breather on the drums?
Any consideration for us? Nah, dude,
all about the audience.
We'll figure it out, but it's all about finding that flow, like you say.
That's
exactly.
great.
People don't think about that, like, yeah, it is a story.
Very cool. Well, Sam, thank you so much. Cannot wait to
appreciate
check you guys out. We know it's going to be an absolutely killer show.
I'm excited.
Nothing but continued success for you guys because that's really cool.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
I promise you will see me in a pit right in front of you.
All right, dude. I'll see y'all then, man.
There it goes. There
Thank
it
you,
goes.
guys.
Sam Asking
Thanks.
Alexandria here at the final day of Sonic Temple. Goose, Kelly, Thick Rick, 99.7 The Blitz.